Hello everyone, we are back with project 2. My name is Aman, and if you've been following so far, we have completed project 1 where we have made an AI agent in Python and we have given it some tools to do some particular task. Welcome to project 2 where we are going to expand on this. In project 2, I'm going to use something called Streamlit to do some more tasks as well. In this particular project, I'm going to make a resume critiquer. We are going to upload a resume file and we are going to give it a particular designation that we desire, and the AI is going to go through the resume. It is going to keep in mind our desired position, and then it is going to give us suggestions which then we can incorporate in our resume. So I hope you're excited, and let's get started. So back to the screen. So we just completed project 1 in the previous video and we're going to start with project 2. So right now I'm still in project 1, so I'm going to cd out of project 1 and I'm going to cd into project 2. Now one thing that we still need to do is, I don't need this terminal right now. We do need to copy this environment variable into project 2 as well. So I'm going to copy this and I am going to paste it right here as well. So right now project 2 only has this .environment file. We still need to initialize it just like we did in project 1. So how do we initialize it? We use uv init dot, and that will initialize my project. It will give me a lot more files to work with. I only need the main.py. I'm going to erase whatever content we have right now. Apart from that, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add all the dependencies. So in this particular project, the most important dependency that we're going to work with is Streamlit. So let's add all of the dependencies. I'm going to move that away. Should I zoom in a little bit? So let me add all the dependencies of this particular project. So in here we will need uv add. I am going to need OpenAI. Then I'm going to need PyPDF 2. We already have Python .environment, but let me just add it once again. So I'm going to need Python .environment, and then of course I'm going to need Streamlit. So let it work so far. I'm going to click on yes. Yes, all the dependencies have been added. I'm going to move away from this and then let's start with our imports. Now, of course, the first dependency that we have is Streamlit. So let's start with that. So I'm going to import Streamlit as st. Then I'm going to import PyPDF2. We are going to need this because a lot of people are going to upload their resumes in PDF format. Let's move ahead. Then I'm going to import IO. I'm also going to import OS module. After that, I'm going to from OpenAI import, and then from .environment import. This we have already done in the last class, load .environment. Okay. And the first thing, of course, that we're going to do here as well is we are going to load the OpenAI key. So Streamlit is really an amazing framework that you can use to create web pages, and it really takes most of the headache from designing away from the user, and it automatically figures out what to do with that. Let's start. So I'm going to do something like this, st, because I've imported Streamlit as st. So Streamlit set page config. I'm going to put the page title as AI resume critiquer. I think this is what the spelling should be. Then I'm going to put some page icon. Since I'm on a Windows, I'm going to use window key and period. This is going to bring up emojis, and since I want a resume, I'm going to use a page emoji right now. So that's my emoji. And then I want the layout to be centered. So this is me making very basic configuration with regards to the web page. Moving ahead, I want the title to be, again, like I said, AI resume critiquer, AI resume. Now I want some more text. Of course, we don't want just an upload button. We also want some text right there explaining us what we need to do in order to use this facility. So I'm going to use st.markdown. Okay. And I'm going to say upload your resume and get AI powered feedback tailored to your needs. You do not have to see me type that, but whatever. So now what I do need is my AI powered resume critiquer to get actually access to the AI. So I'm going to do something like this, OpenAI API key is equal to, I'm going to pass it from the other file, the .environment file. How am I going to do that? So I'm going to use os.get environment, and I wanted to use the OpenAI API key. Now, of course, we still need to upload the file because we have mentioned that you do need to upload the file, but we have not yet uploaded. So let's upload a file. So uploaded file is equal to, Streamlit also provides us a very simple way to upload a file. So st.fileuploader, and I'm going to give it a prompt, upload your resume, either it be in PDF or text. And then I'm going to say what is the type of file that I expect it to upload. Since it's two files, I'm going to provide it a list. It can either be a PDF file or it can be a text file. Okay, so I'll explain right after I finish typing all of this. What do I mean? What is going on here? Okay, and then I also want it to keep in mind a particular job role. So job role that I am looking for is st.text input, because this is an input that the user needs to give. Enter the job role that you are targeting. This is optional. Maybe a user might want to provide their desired job role. Maybe they are a fresher and they don't have a job role in mind. Moving ahead. So now, of course, we want this to be analyzed, but I do need to tell the AI that, all right, I'm done uploading, I'm done providing all the information. Now do go ahead and analyze. Okay. So I'm going to say analyze st.button. Okay. The button will say analyze resume. Okay. Now guys, this is going to make a lot more sense when I show you this on a website, on a web page, while I'm running it on my browser, but do pay attention right now. Now we do need to extract whatever text is present in this PDF file or in this text file. So while the user may upload a PDF resume or a text resume, we do need to extract the text from the file that has been uploaded. So to extract the text from the file that has been uploaded, I'm going to define a function. So I'm going to define extract text from file. Okay. And this is going to be the uploaded file. Okay, I should have put a colon right there. Okay. Now, what is it supposed to do? There can be two types of files. It could be a text file. It could be a PDF file. Now, if it is a PDF file, if uploaded file type, okay, if the type of file that has been uploaded is equal to a PDF file, we mention it in this particular way, is equal to application PDF. I should have put an equal to, not an equal to. Okay. If this is the case, which is why we have used this PyPDF. All right. So if that is the case, then we need to return the extracted text from PDF file. Okay. Now I'm not going to extract the text from PDF file in this function. I'm going to define a different function to extract just from a PDF file. We'll check that out in just a second. But let's call that extract text from PDF. Okay. And this is going to be io.bytes io. I'm going to explain that in just a second. Okay. And it's going to be the uploaded file, and I do need to read it. Okay. Now don't worry about it. I have not yet defined this extract text from PDF. We'll come back to that in just a second. And I'll also explain what's going on. And if it's not a PDF type file, then it has to be a text type file. Then I'm going to return. If it's a text type file, then I can directly read it. So this dot read, I can read it directly, and most likely it is going to be in a UTF-8 format. It's pretty much the standard. All text files use that. Okay. Let me finish up this PDF extraction part and then I'll explain what is going on. Now I do need to define this particular thing as well. So I'm going to define this thing as well. Here I have the uploaded file. Now, how do I extract text from that? So I'm going to make something that is a PDF reader, and I'm going to use pypdf2.pdf uploaded file. I think I can use uploaded file. That's perfectly fine. I have called this PDF reader, that's all right. Now I'm going to have text which is blank right now. I'm going to extract all the text from the PDF. I'm going to extract all the text from the PDF and add it to this text string which is empty right now. And then I'm going to go through it page by page, because of course there can be multiple pages in the PDF. So for page in PDF reader dot pages, I'm going to append it to text right here. So text plus equal to page dot extract text from the PDF, from the page essentially. Okay, but then I also want to add a new line right there. Okay guys, just bear with me for just a second more and then I'll explain what is going on. Okay, and then I want it to return the text part. All right, now let me explain first what's going on and then I will proceed ahead. All right, now first of all, what we have done is we have gotten our imports, we have initialized the connection, or we have given the credentials to my program of my AI login ID. I've given it the credentials. Okay, then this is just the web page setting. Okay, I've told it that the title is going to be AI resume critica. This is the page icon. We'll check it out when we go online or when I show you this in a browser. The layout is centered, that's fine. SC title. Then we have markdown. I have initialized the OpenAI API key. Then here I am setting up that I have to upload a file. The file format can be a PDF, can be a text file, and then I have a targeted job role. Okay, now whether the uploaded file is a PDF or a text, we have to extract the information from it. Okay, so for that I have written a function extract text from file, whether it can be a PDF or it can be a text file. For both of these I have defined something. For both of these I have extracted text. Okay, now while from a text file it's easy to extract the information, from a PDF file it is not easy. Okay, so to extract text from a PDF file I have defined another function, extract text from PDF, and I've used this just to get all the text out of the PDF. Okay, I hope all of you are following with me, are following thus far and are clear on what we have been doing this. Okay, so far what have we done is we have made an interface where the user can upload file. We have also defined functions whether the uploaded file is a PDF or a text, on how to extract the content from it. Okay, but now of course the analysis part is still left and how to present that is still left. Okay, once the file has been uploaded, now we do need to analyze it. We do need to press on the analyze button. Okay, if you'll notice that we have this analyze button here. Now the thing about Streamlit buttons is that if a button has been pressed, its value becomes true. If a button has not been pressed so far, its value is false. This is important. So what I can do is, if the button has been pressed, I can do if analyze, okay, and uploaded file. Okay, now what do these mean? Okay, if the file has been uploaded, its status is going to be true. It is actually going to have some content. Okay, and if I have pressed the analyze button, okay, if both of these conditions are true, then of course we need to go ahead. If either of these conditions is false, that is, if no file has been uploaded, okay, then of course do not proceed with any analysis. Or if a file has been uploaded but I have not yet asked it to be analyzed, then of course also don't analyze it. Okay, so if both these conditions are true, then proceed with the analysis. What are we going to do? So we are going to try, okay, so the file content. So whatever the file content is, I'm going to extract text from the file. Okay, whatever the uploaded file is, okay, we are going to extract text from that file. If it's a PDF file, it will call again this PDF function, it will extract text. If it's a text file, it will directly give us the text part. If, okay, if let's say someone has uploaded a blank text file or a blank PDF, okay, then of course the file content would be null. Okay, so we obviously want the operation to stop at that time. If there is no content, then stop the operation. Okay, so if not file content, okay, if not file content, then of course we need to close the program. Okay, we need to send in an error, okay, that the file does not have any content, okay, and ... okay, and then we will basically close the program. But if it does contain something, okay, then what do I want to do with it? Okay, now I'm going to write a prompt right now and I'm going to fast forward it so that you don't have to waste time in watching me type it. So I'm going to type it quickly. I'm going to fast forward it. Then I'm going to explain what is the prompt going to do. All right. So here's the prompt. Alright, now I fast forwarded that particular section because I did not want you to watch me type all of that. There was no value in it. So let me explain the prompt right now and then we'll go ahead. Okay, so what is this prompt doing? This prompt is asking AI to analyze my resume. How is it asking it? Please analyze this resume and provide constructive feedback. Focus on the following aspects. So what is the AI supposed to focus on? Content clarity and impact, skills presentation, experience descriptions, specific improvement for job role if job role exists, because if you remember that this job role here was an optional target. Okay, if the person wants to provide a particular job role that they are targeting, they can use this, or of course this is going to be optional. Okay, so if this job role exists, then give specific improvements for this, or else just give it for general job applications. Apart from that, then the resume content is right here in the file content, which we have extracted right here. And then please provide your analysis in a clear structured format with specific recommendations. Okay, now this is just the prompt. Okay, but I have not yet sent the prompt to the AI. So in the next part, I'm going to send this prompt to my AI, and let's do that. Okay, so we do that by making up a client. Okay, this client is of course going to be an OpenAI client. The API key is going to be our Open API key. All right. Beyond that, the response is going to be what the client gives me as a response when it tries to complete its chat. Bear with me for just a moment while I write this and I'll explain. So we need to create the chat and the response. So how do we create this? First of all, I'm going to define the model. In this case, I'm going to use a pretty simple model. I'm going to use, let's say, GPT 4o, and I'm going to use, let's say, 4o mini. All right. Then this is not enough. I of course need to pass on the message as well. So the first message is of course going to be from the system. What is the prompt that I need to give to this system? So as for messages, I have messages for the system. Who is this message for? This message is for the system. What is the message for the system? Okay, what is the message for the system? What am I saying to the system? I'm saying to the system, you are an expert resume reviewer with years of experience in HR and recruitment. Now, this is a message for the system, but now what is the message from the user? So from the user, the message, first of all, I need to define that this is for the user. And what is the user saying? Okay, the user is basically giving you the prompt. The user has basically provided the prompt. This is not yet done. I do need to give it some more information. I do need to set the temperature as well. I'm going to say 0.7. We do need a little bit of randomness, okay? But then I also don't want it to take too much time or too much money. So I'm going to set the max tokens as some particular amount, and then I need it to give me the result as well. So I'm going to say st.markdown. Okay, why markdown? Because all AI give their responses in markdown format. Okay, st markdown. So since this is going to be a web page, I'm going to have pound. This is basically like a subheading, analysis, right? Results, st.markdown. So basically, what is the result? The result is what response has the AI given me. Okay, now the response will contain a lot of stuff. Okay, it has given me a lot of choices, but I really want just the first choice, and within the first choice I just want the message and essentially what is the content of the message that AI has given me. Okay, I just want what the AI has responded with. And so this is what I want. And if this does not work, I'm going to add in an exception, okay, as E, and I'm going to tell it that some error has run, error occurred. And what is the error? The error is basically the string version of E. Now, I do believe that we are done, but let me explain what have we done so far. Have I made a mistake right here? By PDF, I should put PDF reader, not PDF. PDF reader, right. Now, let me explain what we have done so far. So here I have just set up the page. Here I am uploading the file, nothing else. But once the file has been uploaded, if it's a text file, this is how the text from the file gets extracted. If it's a PDF file, then this is how the text from the PDF gets extracted. Once we have the text, I send a prompt to the AI saying that this is my resume content. I need you to focus on these particular aspects. How do I send a message to the AI? I give it my credentials and then I ask the system to behave in a particular manner and I give what is my specific requirement. This is what I'm asking the system to behave as and this is what I want a response to. This and this we are just setting up, we are just putting up a couple of settings so that, we get good responses. Beyond that, when the system responds to me, this is the response from the AI. Since it can give me multiple responses, I just want the first response. And in that response, it can contain a lot of information. I just want what is the message and what is the content of the response that the AI has given me. Okay. And if, of course, there's an error, then you stop the process right away. Why is this saying str? Oh, I should not have done this. Right. I should have used this thing. Right. So let's check it out. Where else am I making some mistake? Okay, this was not closed. So clearly there is some error. Let me check it out. What's the error right now? Close this temperature. Oh, I forgot to put a comma right here. Okay, now it should be fine. So let's hope that this works. Now, since we are using Streamlit, how do we run a project in Streamlit? Ideally, we would have done Streamlit run main.py. But since we are using UV, we should say UV run and then Streamlit run and then main.py. Let's check it out. Let's try to run this. Fingers crossed and let's check it out. So it might take a moment to start up. I'm going to give it a while. I'm also going to come back with a sample resume that I can upload in this and I'm going to ask it for feedback. Okay. So let me get a sample resume till the time this is getting loaded. I'm going to let it upload. All right. It's loaded. Now, so here, as you can see, we have AI resume critiquer. We have this as the title. And if you can notice it right here, we have this page icon that we have set up right here. Okay, right here. This is what is present as the icon right now. Apart from that, this is the text, upload your resume and get AI powered feedback. This is the file uploader. This is the job description that is optional. And this is the analyze button. So if you click on analyze button, nothing has happened yet. I'm going to ignore that right now. Now I'm going to upload a sample resume, but let me download a sample resume first and then I'm going to upload it. All right. So I have a random sample resume that I just downloaded off the internet. Clearly this is an anonymized resume, but I'm going to use this to show you how this functions. I am going to upload this. I am going to my downloads folder. So I've uploaded this file right here and I am targeting, let's say, data scientist jobs. I'm going to click on analyze resume. Let me show you that behind the scenes, this is uploading the resume, working it out, sending the prompt to the OpenAI. You can see that this is working on it right now and we'll have to give it a minute to get an output. Okay. So I hope all of us are still on the same page so far. And yes, we have the analysis results. We have content clarity and impact, observations, recommendations, skill presentations, recommendations, experience description, and so on, and specific observation as well. And then we have a conclusion as well. Okay. So I hope you have enjoyed this one as well. It was a pretty short, pretty sweet, barely just under 75 lines of code, and we have made an AI powered resume critiquer. You can use this to analyze your own resume, okay, and make changes and improvements to your resume this way as well. This brings us to the end of project 2. All the code will be present in the description, in links in the description, and UV also will be present in the description. Okay. I hope you have liked this project as well. It will barely take us 15 minutes to add this to your portfolio. In project 1, we also worked on making an AI agent that can use tools to do whatever task you ask it to do. Okay. So 2 projects down so far. I still have one more amazing project for you. If you like this, do like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you all in the next one. Thank you all.